Madden 25 was completely ridiculous when it came to draft stories and player names. It is basically unbelievable. As you can see, the left tackle, Colossus Stone, with the Virginia Cavaliers. It was actually cool to see what they looked like, but this might be the strangest of them all. Out of nowhere, senior Florida State corner Leon Sandcastle, who played just 2 snaps in his college career, is ready for the combine. You go, what is that, Leon Sandcastle? Well, back around this time in real life, there were commercials that ran, I think, promoting the combine on NFL Network with Leon Sandcastle. Who is Leon Sandcastle? Back in 2013, NFL Network ran a Super Bowl ad promoting the draft and the combine featuring Leon Sandcastle, which was really just Deion Sanders in a wig and in a mustache looking ridiculous. But what did Madden 25 do that came out in 2013? With their pre-made draft classes, they added Leon Sandcastle into the draft. Now, it's a fun Easter egg. He doesn't show up for the entire year scouting, but once you get to the Super Bowl week, bang, Leon Sandcastle gets inserted at the bottom of your draft class. So if you scroll over to cornerback and scroll all the way down, you can see Leon Sandcastle, cornerback, Florida State, 6 foot 185, and he is very, very good. 85 overall, which depending on the scheme in this game, could be as high as into the 90s. And this is by far the most insane story I have ever seen in Madden history. What are we doing here? Left outside linebacker Arvil Sickle Stalin sits out offseason with injury. Left end Demir Hammer Stalin impresses, but coaches struggle with translation with brother gone. Madden 25, Hammer and Sickle, clearly communist Soviet Russia, USSR. Madden 25 took Joseph Stalin, who, and this sparked debate on Twitter about how great of a guy Joseph Stalin is, apparently. Didn't really expect to get into an argument with Joseph Stalin sympathizers in 2023, but here we are. It's Twitter. I should have guessed. Madden 25 took Joseph Stalin, made a bloodline storyline? What is going on? And Demir Stalin can't even speak English. And you know, it's probably a good thing they didn't continue this into the next Madden, which was Madden 15, because you probably see like Hans and Friedrich Hitler running around trying to sack the quarterback with Blitzkrieg. But I'm sure the Stalin brothers are going to seize the means of production, and every time they're rushing after the quarterback, they're each going to get a half sack, so they share the credit. Probably works better in theory than in practice, if I had to bet. And they're not slick. I know what they're doing. Miami's Leroy Lester, the next Ray Lewis, is a deadly middle linebacker. Really? I bet he is the next Ray Lewis. Deadly. Is this one gonna get away with murder, or is that unrelated? And Leroy's brother, Mo, isn't innocent in all this either, by the way. Now, I will say he did end up being unbelievable. 90 speed, 95 hit power, 92 overall. Like, yeah, this guy was a freak. And also Star Dev, which is the highest you can get on this game. And then maybe my favorite name of the entire Madden 25 cycle, Mash Johnson. Oh, is that what you do when she doesn't text back? You just go, all right, plan B? I don't know. This guy's unbelievable. And they have this fascination with Russian names in this game. We have Mash Johnson, Bull Rush's Washington left tackle, Boris Kozlov. Show me a true Russian name in the NFL like that. It doesn't exist. There's no like Alexei or Igor Ivanov. There's no Viktor Reznov. Shout out to Black Ops 1. Like, it's insane, this game. I also like this one when you're trying to negotiate lower rent, maybe. You go, sir, the economy. I can't afford it. I also think Gortman is funny. That's really the whole thing. Also, this aged interestingly. Ray Rice falls short of the Hall of Fame. Good to see he's the one falling this time around. That's an improvement. And I think they have the wrong Texas school on this. Texas Tech quarterback Drew Alexander completes less than 50% of his passes against TCU, but media focuses on 3 rushing touchdowns. I think that's the other way around. That's just Max Duggan. Wait, the original versatile weapon? Darrell Wheeler, very versatile fullback who lines up at multiple positions for the Yellow Jackets. Love that. The original versatile weapon. This is what should have been. Texas Tech QB Drew Alexander runs into Longhorn Buzzsaw. What should have been, man, with TCU. That sucked. I was at the game. Sucked. Now it's fun. We can use our scouting points on Leon Sandcastle here, and you can see he has the rare 99 speed. Man coverage is 95 out of the draft. Zone coverage is a 90. Press is only a 50, but it doesn't matter when you're as fast and as sticky as he is in coverage. And back in Madden 25, you could even scout development trait. Now, the scale used to be different. I think star might have been as high as it even went. Maybe like superstar was S star or something, but I think it was slow, normal, quick, and then star was the top. As you can see here, every team has fallen for cornerback Leon Sandcastle, an electric athlete who played college snaps and is projected as a third rounder. So I read that as it says it is, and now I'm having a stroke like the game is, but no, you're not having a stroke. That's what that says. Leon Sandcastle, ... an electric athlete who played college snaps and is projected as third rounder. Who's writing this? They have the literary skills of Robert Frost. Truly inspiring stuff. I do really like, though, how they used to show what these players might have looked like. You don't need licensing for this, and they should now have it, by the way, with NCAA football coming out, or whatever they're calling it now, EA Sports College Football. You should be able to show us what some of these players look like. You don't have to do even like the Colorado logo on the side of a helmet for a Colorado player, right? Just give us the colors, show us what they look like on the field, make these players feel real. That's what we want. We want to be immersed in a franchise experience. So it is NFL draft time, and to end the commercial, Leon Sandcastle would go #1 overall to the Chiefs, who of course took Eric Fisher that year. There's a lot of speculation on whether it would be Eric Fisher or Luke Joeckel at the time, both stud players. Surely Fisher did end up staying in the league for significantly longer than Luke Joeckel, but we're not going to wait. We're going to scroll all the way down to the third round where Leon Sandcastle has jumped up. This is kind of like, you know, the precursor to kind of what we have now where players can move up and down the board. Obviously, we don't have anything like this because we have auto-generated classes, which is way better, by the way. Again, this is really cool once. It's cool for the nostalgia, but if you want a replayable franchise mode, especially for me who does a ton of rebuilds, you don't want to see the same exact draft class with the same exact players, you know, half the time you make a franchise league. It would just be ridiculous, but we will take Leon Sandcastle, #1 overall. Welcome, Leon Sandcastle, to the Dreadnoughts. I'm in 2029. It took me from the 2013-2014 season-ish to even get Leon Sandcastle's draft class to show up. I've never had that much difficulty doing this before. But it is so funny just seeing him as a Cowboy at #1 overall. You can see the next guy, just like classic, randomly weird face scan player. The way they did it back in the day, if you don't know, is they just combined actual player faces and kind of morphed them together to create new people. That's why a lot of these guys actually look really familiar. I'm trying to find someone who's like very obvious. There might be some Tim Tebow there. I want to find one that's like really, okay, that's definitely who that is. Or at least I think. You know, it's always tough to tell for sure because, again, it's like 50-50 combinations a lot of the time. There's Miles Austin. That's Miles Austin. Bjorn Fee is half Miles Austin, half, I don't know, something else. And then in rookie signings, this is what you have. Leon Sandcastle, round 1, pick 1, 85 overall, and that could go up depending on the scheme heavily. 99 agility, 99 acceleration. He's pretty good. As you'd expect, part of the downside to having pre-made classes is that there are reports and things out there that you can just see what players, what overall, and what scheme. So CB1, if you go to prototype for Leon Sandcastle, he's a 90 overall out of the draft. So now if we go to rookie signings after changing CB1 to prototype style, Leon Sandcastle becomes a 90 overall rookie straight out of the draft. 99 speed, 99 acceleration, 99 agility, 95 ball carrier vision, 83 catching, and then, of course, 99 juke move. His man and zone coverage are ridiculous. 95 man, 90 zone. He is just insane. 88 spectacular catch even. He's unreal. Oh, there's Tony Romo and Jason Garrett, legends of the game. Truly. So it would be cool if like Leon Sandcastle was hanging out on the sideline with a big afro and a mustache. I just don't think that's going to be the case. So here he is all the way on the side. It's been a while since I played this game. And we know his strength is not tackling. But there he is. Yeah, he's just Deion Sanders. Like, that's all it is. Nope, as I thought, he is completely locked at corner. You can't do anything else. You know, there is the big storyline that he can play free safety, strong safety, running back, you know, whatever you need him to play, he can do it. Quarterback, running back, corner, but in franchise at least, he is completely locked at just corner. But a cool Easter egg nonetheless. And the names are just so ridiculous. Asian Petaway? Doesn't look like it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The #1 player, or #1 corner in this draft class is a whitey, Shane Haydock from Washington State. Sure he is. Now, I know in real life, Riley Moss is the first white corner we've seen in a while. They say once in a blue moon, but I would say once in a white moon, but the moon's always white. I don't know. There's something there. But, oh yeah, Ryan Beach from Lafayette. The amount of white corners that you see in these draft classes, this is like Quentin Jammer, by the way. That's half Quentin Jammer for sure. Hook 'em. Dundricus Clofer, by the way. What is that? Somebody made these names. He's not auto-generated in any capacity. Somebody's like, yeah, Quantavius McElhaney. Type that in. Yo mama, what does that say? Yomi Umana. And this is John Beeson for sure. Torian Taimani. Dude, Nash Fobbs at halfback. 6'1", 246. We got a little bowling ball. This is the next Mike Allstott. This is just one class. This is definitely, yeah, some Tim Tebow in there. This is one class. The names get far more ridiculous than even what you're seeing here. Let's rip through a few. We got Quinston Saint from Ramapo. Someone said on Twitter, Street Saint. Yeah, that's what the ST stands for. From Ramapo College? Okay. Matito Young. I think that's illegal. Something I like about Clem McRae. No eyebrows on him, just completely like shaved off. Love Kevin instead of Kevin, by the way. Kevin Labuanan. Labuanan. Not to be outdone by Leventrice Littlehead. And he looks like he's got a decent size head. 6'3", 205. At running back, 6'3", that's a rarity. FIU corner, Nordley McLaughlin. That's a combination of just non-words or names together. There surely is not someone on the planet named Nordley. DeMar Husband, I don't know why that's funny to me. 5'10", Delaware corner, white honky. Frederick O'Connor. Can I say that? I can say that. I'm white. Luhada Sonatus. That's a good one. But probably the most insane one we've ever seen. Wolverine Justice. This isn't a DC movie. Oregon middle linebacker Wolverine Justice. I know you're thinking Hall of Fame name. Well, 20 years into the future, he is a Hall of Famer. But I do think it's really cool when they like kind of pay homage to like clear stars of the league, past and present at the time. Like hard-running Cal running back, Darius Allen is known for going beast mode in clutch moments. Well, known for going beast mode, Cal running back, very obviously Marshawn Lynch. Physical freak Axel Bonesy is a Georgia right end who's only played football for 2 years. That's a fun storyline. And look at DeAndre King. He is the king. Heroic act of lifting car off man to save his life has made Memphis defensive tackle DeAndre King an overnight sensation. Crazy. And then I'm going to try to pronounce this purely for your entertainment. Ahatotu Bartholomew. Ahototu. I mean, am I even close? Does anyone even know? Sir Cord from Nebraska, Omaha. Yeah, that's a good one. Also, this guy's not fooling anybody. Quidorius Esparza. You are whiter than I am. Or at least in the same neighborhood. Was Sir a really popular name when this game came out? Sir Simpson. Tajvio Lyman. That's a fun one. Anton Pace from Siena. Okay. Gant Soul. None of that's a name. I'm gonna be honest. None of it. I won't even allow Soul as a last name. Riker Blandon from Montana. Yeah, it sounds about white. Skylar Small. Central State, Ohio. I mean, if you thought it was weird in current Maddens with like the top of the class quarterbacks, and this is down the board, right? But if you thought it was weird in current Maddens with top of the class QBs coming from random schools, I mean, this game, Emporia State, they're making up places. Savinia Potato, that's a good one, from Lindenwood. And as I explained, these classes are pre-made. They use the same face on back-to-back tight ends in the class. Love that. Steve Wallace from Presbyterian looks so sad. I lost him. Why is he so sad? And it is really cool. They have to implement some way to get this into the auto-generated classes where Darrington Rivers won numerous awards, but will it translate to NFL success? And maybe the stories can have some type of impact on the ratings or draft board positioning at the very least. Because there's one in here, and we've seen, you know, athletic corner who ran track, blah, blah, blah. Speedy Bales is a great name. But the one I'm going to show you here is Penn State has 2 NFL-ready linebacker, Adonis Adams, again, Hall of Fame name, and Jalen Shaw. It'd be nice if there was some type of like AI tool to recognize interesting things within a draft class and show it to us in a news section. But I don't know when or if ever that would be implemented in the game. But that would be something I would want to see. And I'll be honest, I didn't see it going in this direction. But Penn State linebacker Jalen Shaw cleared to play in season finale, but frustrated by Adonis Adams being the clear leader of the D. Trouble in paradise? This is turning into a very interesting storyline. Speedy Bales wins Mackey Award's best tight end in the nation. Shout out John Mackey, what a legend. And then Penn State linebackers Adonis Adams and Jalen Shaw separated in locker room after Big Ten championship loss. Really trouble in paradise. And then Penn State linebacker Jalen Shaw suspended from bowl game after fight with Adonis Adams during conference championship. This, at the very least, is personality within the franchise. What is going on? Now, I'm looking for Julian Shaw, or whatever his name is, Jalen Shaw, and I'm seeing Julian Boswell. I can't even get over these. Dallas Samuels, classic. I'm not saying that last name. Seems like it's only going to bring trouble. I do like Brian Francois. Willie Ronca, that's good. Munchie McClendon. That is not a name. You can't be Munchie McClendon. Duran Cheeseborough. Oh, Lord. Yao Olem Fortone from Hofstra is good. Hofstra, I don't even think is a football program anymore. But Marquise Colston went there. Not even Otis, just Odis. Not Otis with a T, but Odis. Although we do have another Olam Fortone. Ebola. Orleans McRoy. That's a good one. Another Yao. Good stuff. Iran Justice. Is this a big statement about the Middle East? Breaking news. Nuclear weapons found at Appalachian State. Or Appalachian. Basman Hooker. Can never have enough of that. Skylar Luke. That can't be. Nataki St. John. I mean, they just don't make them like this anymore. This name simulator generator, however they figured these out, they're just on another level. Ransford Carruthers, of course. Another Jullium? No one's name is Jullium. How are there 2 in the same class? Quidorius Janvion. Yeah, that's normal. This guy's name is just Branch. Where's his brother Tree Trunk? Well, actually, that's a distant relative. We got Forrest Keys. I mean, this is just a full name. Parker Stephen Baker. No one's last name is Stephen. I refuse to believe it. Jaywana Gouzier. I like that. Oh, Cassius Champagne. I mean, Lamont Brazil. Rich Shoemaker. Shoemaker's a name I've seen before. Bryce McKay might be the new whitest name I've ever seen. Although Bert Bolo is right up there. Although I can only make fun of names for so long. I can't do it anymore. There are too many. This is a good Greek boy. Connor Apostolopoulos. Holy. I've spent like 20 plus years looking for one player, Ben Bones, who I've done videos on before. We're going to get to it. But it's fun seeing these things that I've never really seen before. And I don't know how they would do it in current Maddens because these are, again, are pre-generated classes or pre-made. But a 29-year-old quarterback, Stanford quarterback Torin Newkirk. Again, the names are ridiculous, but the fact that there's a 29-year-old QB on some like Brandon Whedon type stuff, and there are other examples like Chris Weinke, I think, is the big one. But like, it's a cool twist. It gives some character to these classes, and I know people want to see this return, but in this capacity, the pre-made classes are not the way to go. Because the replay value is 0. I mean, once you've seen one time, you've seen it a billion times. It's just not fun that way. Torin Newkirk actually won the Heisman Trophy as a 29-year-old quarterback. Yeah, I'd hope so if he's 10 years older than half these guys. But look at this. Texas receiver Quaylin Booker puts exclamation point on a college career with a 98-yard touchdown catch and win over Texas A&M. Hook 'em, first of all. Second of all, Texas moving to the SEC now in 2024. We actually get to see Texas versus Texas A&M again. Finally. So I'll tell you, I'm a little confused. I didn't do scouting, but Quaylin Booker impresses with speed, and he had a 98-yard touchdown, but struggles with run blocking at fullback? Why would that be relevant? He's a wide receiver. Oh, they're concerned about his height and weight, and they test him at fullback. What is he, 5'11", 230? We got to check it out, I guess. And if you completely ignore the 42, I've never been more sure of a corner name in Dante King before. This guy's going to be unbelievable. And Newkirk, who's 29, struggles to understand NFL playbooks, which would never be at a pro day, by the way. So I don't understand half of these. But these are some wild stories. Struggles in interviews when questioned about injury history and his age. He's 29. Unbelievable. 30-year-old quarterback, Hendon Hooker. I'm sorry, 6'1", 265? That's what they're doing with the fullback move? We're at a 4'9" or 4'3", 940 at 6'1", 265? Get him at linebacker. Oh my goodness, this guy's a freak. I'm all in on Quaylin Booker. Hook him. Lucky Huff from Delaware State. Unbelievable. Here's Quaylin Booker at fullback. He's a 75 overall. What are his actual attributes, though? That's what I'm curious about. We see his dev trait, or no? I don't see it. He's not very consistent, though. He does have 92 speed, though, and decent receiving numbers, 82 route running. If you can move him to receiver, that would be the move, for sure. Fullback, wild. I really do like Byron Crow. Also, we can't say this team name, but Lael Calvin is ascended quickly near the top of the list. And then out of nowhere, Demetrius Leon. And Demetrius is just not even go with an I after the D or an E. Just DM. Skip all the vowels. Don't bother. And finally found him. 29-year-old quarterback Torin Newkirk is a 76. But, I mean, what kind of development is he going to be doing? He's 29. I don't know. Oh, hell yeah. TCU running back Tornado Davis. First of all, amazing name. Tornado Davis. Darren McFadden clone with no injury issues. Was Heisman runner-up. And I don't know, because it goes so fast. How fast can I read? Runner-up in a previous year. So, yeah, LaDainian Tomlinson, TCU connection, but Darren McFadden. And Tornado Davis is an insanely awesome name. I like Julius Keys. This is what was funny enough to me, though. This is just like a little blunt. Oregon quarterback Parker Comet Calhoun is the fastest quarterback in the nation with an awful arm. Yeah, he's really fast, but he sucks at throwing. His arm, it's like a dead baby's arm. It's terrible. Still enough talent to be drafted in the first round. I like to see it. Cool to see an electric receiver combination. We like to see that. Carter Cleveland and Eric Michaels. And it's interesting they say that he had a breakout first game, Carter Cleveland, if he already had hype about being a dangerous duo. I would say in terms of the all-time fun draft, this is going to be one that you'd want to be involved in. Oregon quarterback Parker Calhoun eludes 9 defenders on a 96-yard rushing touchdown versus Stanford, dubbed all-time great play in college history. Like, you'd want Calhoun, you'd want Tornado Davis, 5 consecutive games with at least 120 yards, and you'd probably like to grab one of these receivers. Also, I haven't mentioned this Georgia defensive tackle, Keone Make. Records 14 tackles and 2 sacks. Everything that pops up about him is he's a fifth-year senior that it just is a dominant force on the defensive line. And looks like Parker Comet Calhoun is spending time after practice with coaches to improve accuracy. Looks like that awful, disgusting, terrible, ridiculously bad arm is maybe improving a bit. Michaels is a bust. Carter Cleveland is the best receiver at Louisville. No question about it. And Julius Keys, he started off, had, I think, 2 interceptions in a nationally televised game. Big story. And then now is struggling a bit. And that's sometimes something that happens in Madden 25. These guys start out so much hype, and they build them up, and then they tear them down a little bit. Kind of makes it interesting as Tornado Davis rushes for 321 yards against Baylor. I'm still all in on Comet Calhoun. Got Oregon to the Pac-12 championship, but they lost. Whatever. Carter Cleveland, 20 touchdowns, and Tornado Davis is the runner-up for the Heisman to beloved Florida quarterback Timmy Turner. That's just a fucking Nickelodeon character. Timmy Turner, dude. We haven't really even heard anything about him, which is interesting. And it looks like Julius Keys is quickly having a villain arc of this guy is just terrible, and everyone hates him. He's got bust written all over him. It's also worth noting that Timmy Turner, as far as I can tell, is not in this draft class, meaning that he might be in the next one. That's kind of how some of these draft classes work. Some of them have been linked. Like, I know for a fact the Ben Bones draft class can be linked to the next one. Because if he chooses to play baseball, which you'll see about in a minute if we can find it, if he chooses to play baseball, he leaves the draft class and then goes to the next one. Oh, Julius Keys is just, what, 2021 Trayvon Diggs? Allows 2 touchdowns in Orange Bowl, but breaks team interception record. But Parker Calhoun, Comet Calhoun, mental burnout. Skips the bowl game, end season with over 1,800 rushing yards and 24 rushing touchdowns. I mean, it's going to be fun either way. And this is one I've definitely never seen before. Tornado Davis named cover athlete for NCAA video game. Very cool. That one's coming back as well. College football 24 or 23 or something. 24 probably. And Tornado Davis runs 4.27 at the combine. Yeah, all right. And so did Comet Calhoun. There's some really interesting things in here. Like the defensive tackle we talked about earlier tore his pec at the bench press. Julius Keys obviously was not going to participate in the combine. Again, he's a huge bust for sure. And Tornado Davis is an 88 overall balanced running back. His player type is one cut, but he was only an 85 overall there. So I don't know. He's just clearly unbelievable. His depth trait is star. It was fast when I saw it last time, but he's been upgraded to star, which is the highest you can get. Yeah, he's just unbelievable. He pretty much had the #1 overall pick every year when doing this because I haven't actually done anything with the team. And Tornado Davis, overall 81. Yeah, okay, we just saw it was an 88. You're not fooling me. And Carter Cleveland said overall was an A, and now it's changed to a B. So I don't know what's going on with this. Same thing, Calhoun went down a letter grade as well. So I don't really know what that's about, but Tornado Davis is just so sick. Hall of Fame type name. Welcome to the team. So maybe I need to change the scheme to make their overalls change, but Tornado Davis is a freak. Calhoun has 92 acceleration, 88 agility. What are his throwing attributes? That's kind of what I am at least a little bit interested in. His speed's an 89, which is sick for a quarterback. 97 for Tornado Davis. You got to remember, like, on the old games, quarterbacks weren't getting 90 plus speed like they do now. And his arm's not awful. 81 throw accuracy, 84 short, 88 throw on the run, 81 throw power. Although I'll tell you what, Tornado Davis can throw a little bit. 2010 eyesight helps USF quarterback Connor Falcon read defenses in a hurry. He's got like broken vision that it helps him. And then we have Notre Dame's brothers duo, Jalen and Jarmadre, Alaska. All right. The Alaska brothers are definitely sick. But I'll tell you, well, one, it's sad that there's going to be this running back. You see that's basically Marcus Lattimore. Big ACL injury at South Carolina. But this quarterback is just unreal. 24 straight completions against Louisville, breaking the consecutive completion record. His eyes don't even look like eyes. This guy's an alien. And Connor Falcon is an 87 overall, but only normal development trait. Daniel Zamora, Tim Tebow lookalike, has ascended to being the top of the class so far. 2 Hawaii quarterbacks, by the way. Dakota Beal, also Hawaii. Big dude, 6'5", 360, preseason All-American left guard Eric King from Notre Dame. Another super accurate quarterback. Wow. Here's what I want. Linebacker tight end hybrid, Colt Gray. That's the new whitest name ever. Where is Ben Bones? It's 2039. Kind of cool to see an FCS player balling out. Jeremy Cooper had 4 sacks, but Iowa tight end was bad, Colt Gray, moving back to linebacker full-time. So now he's no longer going to be a tight end of the class. He will only be a linebacker. There he is. 6'6", 255. I mean, yeah, you could probably play either or. So the guard set the combine record for bench press, and then I saw the name Giuseppe Pearl. I know I've done such a big thing about names, but some of these are insane. Also, I thought Eric King was supposed to be 360. He's only 332. I've been duped. Small school Jeremy Cooper, who set the school record for sacks, looks sick. Star Dev, 85 finesse moves, 84 block shed, 86 overall. Not bad. And I'll tell you, this reminds me of Baylor tight end Laquan McGowan, who is just like 400 pounds. Tagasuka Sefo looks huge, except he's a running back. This guy looks just like a failed 5-star. Where is Ben Bones? Sunday Carlson grew up playing soccer. Oh man, we got some fun storylines this year. And I have to remember with these Samoan names, the AG is an ung, like Tua Tagovailoa. So this is Tagasuka Sefo. He is 6 foot 270. This is quite the interesting combo. Out of nowhere, Washington State left tackle Dalvin Cunningham impresses at Senior Bowl, and then Washington State left tackle Dalvin Cunningham overlooked at mediocre Senior Bowl effort. Was he good or bad? How you can't be both good and bad? And this Oregon State running back, Tagasuka Sefo, is just a superstar. Tickets for the Senior All-Star game, Senior Bowl, sell out in 2 hours. He has average development, and he is a 74 overall, but you know what? He's a fun story. We've seen this a few times, not in Madden 25, but in the real NFL. Julius Peppers, Mo Alley Cox. Bo Scott prefers touchdowns to slam dunks, declares for the NFL draft over the NBA. Then we have a middle linebacker from Miami of Ohio who had 190 tackles. Finally, Ben Bones has appeared. 2042. It takes like 30 seconds to even simulate 1 week, by the way. I've been at this for 3 days. Wow, corner was a Heisman finalist. Guess what? I don't care. I don't care about any Iowa quarterback. This is what I care about. Auburn, 2 sports star Ben Bones claims he's 100% after an injury-plagued junior season. Bo Jackson. Ben Bones. I've had series that feature Ben Bones in the past on Madden, but this is where it all started. Madden 25, the next Bo Jackson. Baseball, football, superstar. Oh no, now I'm interested. Ricky Goldwire, the corner Heisman finalist, couldn't keep his life in check and has been kicked off the team for violating team rules. And that's Texas A&M. And honestly, these Madden 25 stories were way ahead of their time, come to think of it. Look at Texas A&M last year. What a revolutionary game. It's like The Simpsons. I don't care how many stories he has. I'll never buy into an Iowa quarterback. I won't be fooled. I know they say, scout the helmet, not the player. Nope, I'll be casual. Don't care. And I was right. Never trust an Iowa quarterback. He sucks. Spencer Petras. Also, this is interesting. From Hamburg, Germany, Dallas Trout, 3 sacks against Iowa. So Ryan Feeney's having a tough week. That's kind of cool. I waited like half a season or a full season for a Ben Bones update. Halfback Ben Bones is a home run hitter in 2 sports. We know baseball and football. Has rushed for the 2nd most yards in SEC history. Not only that, obviously, he runs his way to the Heisman Trophy. Ben Bones is unreal. Literally, he doesn't exist. He's a fake player. And this is a big one. Decision time for halfback / center fielder star Ben Bones. Baseball or football? And we'll have to see. And see, this is interesting. Ricky Goldwire is going back to Texas A&M. So he's somebody that would have been in the draft class that now, as we update it, will be taken out. So as you can see, Ricky Goldwire is gone from corner, but at least for now, Ben Bones is still here, projected to go number 1 overall, and he is super, super good. 90 overall. Look at acceleration, it's a 98, speed 90, agility 88. These are all very good ratings. 95 trucking, 95 strength. All right, ball carrier visions, whatever. 90 elusiveness, 95 juke. Awareness, who cares if he's aware? Run the damn ball. 95 spin move. 95 stiff arming. Catching. Good. I mean, does he have we unlock throw power? He's got the top development trait. He's just unbelievable. Never mind. Plot twist again. Ricky Goldwire is leaving Texas A&M, and he's going to declare for the NFL draft. All right. But, big news. Ben Bones says he's going with his first love of football and expects to go number 1 overall. So, yes, that's true. There is a way for this to work. We didn't have it happen this time. where he would say, all right, I'm going to do baseball instead. And then he goes into the next draft class. That has happened to me. It could be even in a video on this channel. But he picks football, he'll be in this draft class. And I guess because it's 2042, they're forcing me to retire when I finally get the draft class. Are you kidding me? I'm not even allowed to create a new character. Does anyone even remember Mike McCoy being a head coach? The league's over. You can only go to 2042. We get to the Ben Bones draft, and I can't even draft. Unreal. No, Mike McCoy did not decide retirement was the way to go. I'm being forced into it. You can't create a new character. Unreal. But that is going to do it for this video, guys. A return to Madden 25 and the craziness that existed in this mode. If you want to see me do another video on this, let me know. Could be interesting as we have Mike Thompson with Crohn's disease. I made a new league. I think we might have seen this one before. I'm not sure. I simulated over 30 years, right? 30 years. This game does not simulate quickly. There's no simulate to the end of the season. It's week by week. 3 days. I got people on Twitter as I post out some updates being like, upload the video already. It takes me 3 days to do this, only to not even be able to get Ben Bones on a team. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Take it easy.